all involved.
Please.
All right, guys, it's the time of the show where I bring out I'm a pepper.
Oh wow.
Woo. So I'm so super old school. I make notes. Let's all
have notes and everything.
How else must I prep?
I'm just like, wow.
How did you want this to go? Let's start there.
I just rocked up. I was about to bring a bottle or something.
We'll never say no to a bottle. Show me. It's fine. That one is always a yes.
I thought we were just gonna chat,
No, but we are gonna chat. But there's always a purpose to our chat. I mean, there are mics today. Normally, when we chat, there are no mics.
Definitely.
So there are mics today. So I have to respect it.
You're not winging it. I love it.
Well, one to wing is not a real chat.
Sometimes I feel like I'm winging it at this life thing, man.
Okay, there I wing it a lot. Almost every day.
It's a wing.
When you wake up and you're like, yo.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try it.
Let's try this. let's do this.
Okay, where you definitely didn't wing it is every natural entity requires God's yielding.
Yay.
Energy. 13 joints on it. Released on the 4th of November.
3 + 1 is 4.
Yes. On your birthday also. Why did you release on your birthday, babe? What's the significance of that? Especially with the title as well. You know, it all comes together.
You know why? Just the fact that this album is titled E.N.E.R.G.Y and how everything happened with it is a testament to what we've been talking about when it comes to yielding. This album was supposed to come out last year already. Okay. It was supposed to come out last year, and there were a few songs that we wanted to tweak here and there. And then we decided, okay, it's going to come out in September.
Okay.
September came, we were like, okay, we're not ready yet.
Really?
Yeah. And then I decided, okay, we're gonna do it in November. I listened to the full album, and then I realized there's 13 tracks. And I was like, there's something with the number 4. I don't know, it's my lucky number.
Yeah,
it's my favorite number. It's the day I was born, and I was like, there's something with this number 4. We need to go with it. So we decided on the 4th of November, and it's the 4th project.
Love it.
So there's a whole 4 theme happening, and I think the album is about, I need to time it, but there was also significance in how long the whole album was. And when I added it up, it's like 37. I was turning 37, so I was like, this is some trippy shit happening.
It's a little bit hectic.
I know. So I was like, this is some trippy-ish happening with this album. There's just some hectic numerology that is happening, and that's why I'm like, everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. The stars were just aligned.
So tell me about the way that you've titled not just the album, but also almost all the joints. The only one that doesn't have the acronym type titling is Third Eye.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
About Third Eye, or the acronyms?
About the acronyms.
So while making this album, right, I had a vision in terms of how I wanted it to look visually. So I could see the album before I could actually hear it. And I said to Tapelo, I want this album, every title needs to be acronym. So every time he was recording and would save a track, he'd be like, what's the name of the song? Like, I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. So we just name it as we going. And I'm like, acronym it. He's like, are you gonna find acronyms for all of these things? Like, I don't know. It looks nice. It just looked pretty. I was like, we will figure it out.
Yeah.
Literally the last acronym I eventually came up with was about 24 hours before the album had to be loaded. But you know what's crazy though? I mean, if you look at how much people love that kind of music, it kind of tells you that we are living in a society where people are addicted to pain. People,
I love that you said
glorify pain. It's almost like, yes, it's important to tap into people's struggles, and you need to be relatable, but it's just so sad that we are just addicted to this pain, and we love chest pain music. We love pain, we love that chest pain music. We love that. Oh my gosh. And that's one thing I wanted to move away from with this album. I was like, I don't want to be in pain. I don't want to feel like, my heart is breaking. Even if you listen to it, and some people may say it's a deep album, but it's deep and light.
at the same time. Yes.
I don't want you to walk away feeling like
heavy. No, and
rough.
I never did. But it's one of those things, like when I listened to it the first time, I was like, oh, this is beautiful, this is nice, and then I listened, and I said, oh wait, there's real life themes that are here. And I thought it was really beautiful how you managed to package that in such a way that you're saying some real stuff, but I wasn't like, oh my god,
it needed to be a journey. I mean, the whole album is about when we made it, I was like, what do you want to listen to when you wake up? That's why you hear the birds, you hear the alarm, you hear the water sound, you hear the
wake and bake. Yeah, I caught it.
You caught it.
Yeah, I caught that wake and bake, girl.
So, I mean, all these ARB sounds, we were very intentional about it. Even in the production, was like we wanted those strange ARB sounds. Like it needed to feel like a story. And it's not easy making a body of work. It's very easy to make singles and be on features and hop on this, but to make a body of work where it's almost like telling a story or a movie from beginning, and then it has a middle and it has an ending. So we were very intentional about, all the interludes, all the ARB sounds that we wanted, because it needed to be an experience. So by the time you get to the end of the album, it's more like the end of the day.
Yeah, I love that. So we are getting there to the end of our time together, towards the end of the album as well. But it's very interesting. I think we are connected somewhere, because you spoke about chest pain music.
Chest pain music.
And it's so funny that you mentioned that, because as I was listening to Heaven and Me again, as I was prepping, I wanted to ask you, because some of the themes that were touched on in there, right, made me think about how, as people, a lot of the time we have this idea, whether we say it out loud or not, that love is supposed to hurt. That there's a part of it that should be a little bit like siernyana. I also picked it up on sides, for instance. There's a part where you're like, do you shout? Do you not? And I feel like people equate that kind of robust passion that could be painful as necessary for it to be love.
What does